A middle-aged man strode from the tower and greeted them. "State your names." They introduced themselves, then he looked at the two. "We will initiate the trial for you, milady." "I'm taking the trial too," Dariak said. The mage laughed. "You're a bit eager." Jenna held out a parchment. "Master Pyron already approved his entrance." "You know the council leader? Who are you?" "Oh, never mind. Come inside." "What about my trial?" Dariak asked. "Perhaps it's best to confirm with the council leader before making the attempt." "I'm ready now." The mage was impressed. "Very well." He walked inside. "Today they are empowered by 2 of the Jades, and it will be your task to withstand their assault. They may not account for your age." "I'm not scared," though the waver in his tone gave him away. He cleared his throat. "Let me in." They were brought to a room on the first floor, where they waited for an hour. Then Dariak was taken to another chamber and sent in alone. He glanced around nervously, for it was stark white and bare of furnishings. It felt like his eyes had gone blind, leaving a strange blankness before him. Across the room he heard a noise. A clear crystal he had missed on his first inspection stood in the corner. It crackled like fire, and as he watched, the corner lit a faint red. He dropped to the ground and closed his eyes, thinking of what water spells he knew. The fire grew brighter, and then a large fireball erupted, blasting across the room, targeting him effortlessly. Afraid, but determined, Dariak jumped to his feet and curled both hands into goblet shapes, turning them over and around until his palms faced the incoming blaze. "Forether Hapsanar, Dreficant Bearo, Tedalor Kai." The water droplets in the air condensed and flew forward like earth pellets, disrupting the fire. The flames didn't dissipate completely, and he didn't have time to recast, so he dropped to his knees, huddling low. The fire blasted him and singed his tunic, but he had diffused most of its energy. 2 more blasts came at him, though different than the first. He channeled the water spell again, mixing it with dirt from his pocket to form sludge. He spread the mud in the air before him, and the waves of fire struck and vanished. The mage had said that 2 Jades empowered the trial, and he suspected the other element would assault him soon. Sure enough, the fire source dissolved, and a sparking yellow light appeared instead. The light grew in intensity, and Dariak braced himself, unsure how to counteract the energy. Thinking of that, he closed his eyes and reached out, trying to sense the power gathering in the room. The electrical sparks were sharp and forceful, externally propelled, like air and fire, and it gave him an idea. He rummaged through his pockets for a bit of dirt, but before he could act, the lightning flared in earnest. Blinded, he staggered back and lost his balance, ending on his behind and reaching for the wall so he could stand again. He focused his mind on the energies, wondering if he could sense when it was going to flare again. And he did. As the energy built to a crescendo, he cast the spell he had originally intended, the earth wall spell Jenna had taught him, using the dirt in his hand as a catalyst. He threw his hands up into the air as he shouted the incantation. "Rethratos Brien and Torafors Rakan Kai." He kept the wall only as wide as he was, and tucked himself behind it as the lightning flashed out and connected. Earth flew everywhere, but the lightning wasn't done. A second blast erupted from the crystal before Dariak had a chance to defend himself. The electric charge struck and sent a searing blast through his body. Anger surged through him next, and he stood against the pain. Another blast shot from the crystal, and he reached his hands out, leaning into the energy, his mind focused on the power coming at him. He felt the charge touch his hand and start running through him. It stung, but he could withstand it. The next blast came, and he focused on the energy, then turned it with his mind, considering a spell that could be counter to the light, a spell of darkness, and he shouted in response to the blast, not knowing where the words came from. He threw dirt out, and the lightning fizzled and vanished.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.